The gavel of justice is out, boys and girls. The gavel of justice is always right. Really damn good morning to all of you. My name is Clay Travis. This is Outkick the Show, presented by Oddshark. Go to Oddshark for all your gambling and informational related needs. Home run morning if you are a Tennessee Titans fan like me. I am honestly in awe over the helicopter dick move of Titans owner Amy Adams Strunk, making the decision to fire Mike Mularkey. I love everything about this. Absolutely love it. Let's deconstruct it all, but first I want to tell you, go to thehomeloanexpert.com for all of your mortgage-related needs. I am Clay Travis. If you haven't heard the news yet, the Titans have officially fired Mike Mularkey. Go to thehomeloanexpert.com if you want to save some money to get some brand new mortgage. I mean, I got to tell you, this is fucking phenomenal. Outstanding in all respects. I'm doing an emergency show here, an emergency Outkick the Show because of the firing news. Coming on early today. Happy MLK to all of you. I don't take days off. I've already done a 3-hour morning show. Then I hit the gym. Do you think these triceps happened by accident? Look at those triceps. I think these triceps happened by accident, and that's where I was. That's where I was when this news came down. The only time I'm not right by my phone all day long is about, 3 or 4 days a week when I'm in the gym for an hour. And one of the guys in the gym comes up to me and he says, the Titans have fired Mike Mularkey. And I was like, you're kidding. I thought I was being pranked. Immediately I thought, is it April Fool's? Is there a reason why I'm being pranked? Who is being unkind to me? Why would this happen to me, that someone would come up to me and share such an untrue statement? Then he pulled out his phone and he showed me on the news alert from NFL.com, and I was like, praise Jesus. This is the right move. And you know what I think happened? I'm going to deconstruct it for you here. First of all, major props to Amy Adams Strunk for having the helicopter dick wherewithal to do this. Also to John Robinson, Titans GM, for being willing to make this pull. Here's where I think Mularkey got himself in trouble, guys. Yesterday in his press conference, and I want to show you this. I want to read you this quote. And I'm reading from Paul Kaharski. Mularkey said yesterday that he anticipates no staff changes, says he's happy with Marcus Mariota's development. I think what happened here was they went to Mularkey and they said, okay, you can come back because you won this playoff game. But if you come back, then I have to tell you this. You have to make substantial changes to your offensive staff because this style of football that you guys put on the field offensively is awful to watch. It isn't imaginative. It isn't creative. There was nothing about the Titans where you ever thought they would have a schematic advantage. Zero, if you watch this team play at all. And so I think what happened was they saw that they were good enough to get to the playoffs with Mike Mularkey, but then when they saw the coaching mismatch between what the Patriots did to the Titans and what the Titans did to the Patriots, they said there's no way this coaching staff can win an AFC championship. If you watched that game, it was ugly to see what happened schematically to the Titans in that game. It was a total mismatch. And so I think Amy Adams Strunk and everybody sat around and they said, you know what? This is unacceptable, but we will allow Mularkey to come back if he makes changes to his staff. And I think they went to Mularkey and they said, you can come back, but you have to make a change. You have to make changes to the staff. We want an entirely new offensive crew. And as a result, Mularkey, to his credit or discredit, if you watch this team play, Mularkey said, no, I am sticking with the staff that I already have. And they said, well, we agree to disagree. Goodbye. And I think this is huge. So I think they're going to go get Josh McDaniels. I think Josh McDaniels makes a smart move here. I think the relationship with John Robinson, the GM, who also came from the Patriots, I think it's a no-brainer. I think it is a no-brainer to go get Josh McDaniels. Now, Josh McDaniels is also being suited and courted by the Colts. I think that also factored in here because I think everybody was thinking, oh my God, can you imagine what Josh McDaniels would do if he had a good offense in the same division for us to have to go head to head? So I think you need an offensive coach to come in and take control of this offense, continue to develop Mariota. Lots of good parts here. Lots of fantastic parts here. Marcus Mariota's 24. He's won a playoff game. I think you won the battle and you won the war here because getting a young quarterback a playoff win is incredibly important. Incredibly important to get a young quarterback a playoff win, get that win for him, and then you got bookend tackles. You got Conklin and you got Luan, who are going to play in the league for the next decade. You have got Corey Davis, who's starting to come into his own at wide receiver, made 2 great touchdown catches against the Patriots, was injured for much of the last year, started to come on down the stretch. The Titans are pretty excited about him. And you've got Marcus Mariota, who I 100% believe in. And you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to pull out the helicopter dick here from now on. If you don't think Marcus Mariota is good enough, you are racist. It's because you're racist. I can't stand it. I'm not going to stand for it on MLK Day. Anybody who doesn't believe in Marcus Mariota at quarterback, it's because he's not white. All of you, racist. Every single person, I'm going to play the motherfucking race card like Al motherfucking Sharpton for the rest of Marcus Mariota's career. If you don't like Marcus Mariota, it's because you're racist, and racism is unacceptable in modern day American society. If Marcus Mariota were white, you would be all over him. This is racism, pure and simple. And I don't even know what race Marcus Mariota is, except the awesome motherfucking kind where he pulls out his dick and just slaps people in the face every now and then because he can. That I'm not going to stand for anymore. Your virulent anti-Marcus Mariota-ism, it's racism in my book. Boom. Don't stand for it anymore. Marcus Mariota, lives matter. Racist. Unacceptable. Unacceptable racism that I'm not going to stand for, especially not on MLK Day, period. All right? On that note, I'm out of here. On that note, you're blocked forever for being a pussy, period. If you criticize Marcus Mariota, you are racist, period. That's the truth. That's the way the race card works. Boom. It's played, motherfucker. All of you are racist. Great young quarterback. Happens to be a minority. God bless Martin Luther King. God bless Marcus Mariota. God bless the Tennessee Titans for making the smart decision. Blocked. Not going to stand for the racism. Not going to stand for the racism. Anybody coming in here and being racist on Martin Luther King Day, I'm not going to stand for it, frankly. It's not the kind of racism I'm not going to stand for. Clay Kyle kills racists. And if you don't like Marcus Mariota, you're racist, period. That's the truth. You want to step in here and try to bring racism to bear on this day, I'm not going to stand for it. It's just flat out racist. It's flat out racist. All right. Several things to discuss. Got to be McDaniels. Got to be Josh McDaniels because it doesn't make sense otherwise that John Robinson would win this power struggle. He has a good relationship with McDaniels based on their relationship. If you try to tell me to move on, you're dead too. You're dead too. Got to be Josh McDaniels. Big time hire by the Titans. We'll have to wait to see officially. If it's not McDaniels, here's what I would say. If it's not McDaniels, I would say just throw a grenade right out everywhere. Go try to get Jim Harbaugh just to drive Michigan people crazy. Go try to get Nick Saban just to drive Alabama people crazy. You know how Amy Adams Strunk could get a statue to herself built in the state of Tennessee if she hired away Nick Saban from Alabama and brought him to the Titans? Can you imagine the state of Tennessee's reaction if Amy Adams Strunk introduced Nick Saban as the next head coach of the Tennessee Titans? That would be the greatest day of my life. To see everybody in Alabama lose their minds, to see Amy Adams Strunk just fucking helicopter dick it out there and bring in Nick Saban as the next coach of the Tennessee Titans, that would be amazing. That would be simply amazing to see. And by the way, I would put a statue up to her. I would immediately take up money and we would put a statue up to Amy Adams Strunk. Might have to just replace like Andrew Jackson and James K. Polk and all of the Tennesseans who've been elected president and just replace them all. Andrew Johnson. They all get taken down, and we just put a statue up of Amy Adams Strunk. Maybe Nick Saban, too. I would love for Nick Saban to be a Tennessean. Hey, he's got a Mercedes-Benz dealership here, and his daughter worked for the Titans for a while. I'm telling you right now, about to block somebody. Somebody just said Andrew Luck is better than Marcus Mariota. First of all, Andrew Luck doesn't have a shoulder right now. I'm not even sure that Andrew Luck has an arm. I think he lost his arm at Gettysburg. I'm not sure this guy even has an arm anymore. Andrew Luck is in Norway getting shots into his arm so that he can even throw a football. You can't argue that Andrew Luck is better when he doesn't even have an arm. He's literally not got an arm right now. That's not a good argument. That gets you blocked. Andrew Luck lost his arm at Gettysburg, Little Round Top. It was tough. It was tough. He was trying to take Little Round Top, thought he was going to get up there and turn the flank of the Union Army. Instead, bang, mini ball, right in the shoulder. He's dead. He's dead. His arm isn't there anymore. He doesn't have an arm. So, bad argument, all right? And by the way, this show's getting so big. We had 100,000 people watch the other day. Clay Kyle is out, and I am blocking people like a fucking tornado. I'm going through the comments now every now and then like a tornado in a trailer park. Ain't nobody going to survive, all right? That's the truth. Just be aware. If you say something and I think, is that what a pussy would say? And if I think to myself, yep, that is what a pussy would say, guess what? You're out of here. You're gone forever. You are gone forever. I'm telling you right now, just so you know, don't rain on my parade. Don't be racist on Martin Luther King's birthday. Don't come in here and try to be racist against Marcus Mariota. Not in my universe. Did you say something that a pussy would say? You're gone forever. Gone forever, period. All right? So much to get to here. All right. Share the show. Share the show indeed, as Outkick would say. All right, here's the other thing. Titans helicopter dick move. I'm going to move on now. I like Summerlin to Arizona. I'll get to that in a minute, all right? First of all, we have to talk about this guy, Marcus Williams. Might be the worst play at safety in the history of football. I'm not kidding about this. Remember when they came out with a gun on the field in, what was the movie with Wesley? Was it Wesley Snipes in the movie where the kid got kidnapped? Was it Wesley Snipes? What was the movie like the where they ran with the gun in the, like, remember that back in the day? The Boy Scout. The Boy Scout. I got to tell you, it's really funny to say, keep your head up. I got to tell you, worst play by last Boy Scout. Worst play by maybe the fan. I can't remember. Anyway, worst play by a safety since somebody had a gun on the field in whatever movie I'm trying to talk about. I don't understand. There's 10 seconds left. I am fine with people making tremendous plays that beat you. The thing that will drive me insane is mental errors. All you have to do, if you are the Saints safety, is be present when the ball is thrown, allow him to catch it and land, and then just tackle him. In fact, you don't even have to tackle him probably. You just have to hold on to him long enough for the other two guys, the ones that you tackled, you just have to hold on to him long enough for the other two guys to come and make the tackle. Literally, I think if you put me on the field, there are very few times I think I could make a play on an NFL field. He was starting off like 30 yards behind, all right? I'm not letting anybody get behind me. I would have been insanely late there. I think I could have played this play better than he did. Because when Stephon Diggs went up to catch it, I'm not leaving the ground. I'm not jumping at all. I'm staying on the ground. I'm right there when he comes down. And the moment he comes down to the ground, I'm just grabbing him and trying to bear hug him. All right? Just right on the waist. I'm holding on to him for all that I've got. All right? There are two other guys right there. I would have been able, I'm not even kidding about this. I think I could have made that play. All right? I'm not making millions of dollars a year. I'm not on an NFL team. I think if you start me 30 yards off the line of scrimmage, you at the snap start me 30 yards off the line of scrimmage, I'm not letting anybody get behind me. The moment I see that ball being thrown in that direction, I am sprinting as fast as I can to that direction, and I would have at minimum at least been in front of him getting my balls juked off, all right? I'm not going to allow him behind me, and I'm certainly not going to dive at him when he's in the air. I think I could have been there, and I think when he's in the air, all you have to do is take his legs out from underneath him once he catches it in the air, and he's going to land on his ass. I'm telling you right now, I could have made that play. I could have made that play. If the Saints had had me on the field, I could have made that play. That's how bad of a play it was. The worst play in the history of safetydom by Marcus Williams. It's not a hot take. I think I could make that play. If sports science wants to bring me onto the field and they want to recreate that exact play, I could have been there. I would have made that play. He would not have scored a touchdown. If Stephon Diggs is able to do it, if they'll get everybody else out there, I will put on a Saints uniform. I will line up where he did, 25 yards off the line of scrimmage. I will run 15 yards to the side on the pass play. I will allow him to leap into the air and catch it, and then I will immediately put my arms on him. I will immediately put my arms on him. I'm not saying I'll tackle him. I'm saying I'll immediately put my arms on him, and then the other guys, you know what I'm not going to do? Tackle my defensive backs and wipe them out like I'm trying to block for him. Then I will immediately allow them to come and help gang tackle him with me. I'll keep him in bounds, all right? And we will win the game. I'm telling you right now, 100%. I would, in that situation, I would make the play, all right? Because you know why? All of the advantages are on my side. They wouldn't have had time to kick a field goal. They wouldn't have had time to get up and make any kind of adjustment at all. The clock is going to run out. All you have to do with 10 seconds left is tackle him inbounds. That's it. All you have to do. All you motherfuckers out here trying to argue field goal right now, you are idiots. They had to sprint like 40 yards. All those fat linemen, there are only 10 seconds left. There is a 0% chance that if you tackle him in bounds, they even get lined up to attempt a spike to end the game. They are not going to make a field goal. I will block the next motherfucker who says field goal. And you will never be able to come in here and comment again. And by the way, Bortles is greater than, oh, I hit the wrong one. Anybody who argues that Blake Bortles is greater than anything but air gets blocked on here. Field goal. Dead. You're dead. Too dumb to be allowed to comment. Field goal. Field goal. Oh, just like killing people. If you say field goal, you're too dumb to be allowed to comment on this show. That's the truth. Anybody who says field goal, and by the way, when you get blocked, I'm not ever going to allow you to come back in. Because you know what's going to happen? These guys are going to come on, and they're going to say, oh, why didn't you let me comment in your show anymore? Because you're too fucking dumb to be allowed to comment. Oh, Blake Bortles, top 10 quarterback, that guy's got to be dead. I'm going to start looking at the comments, and if you are still dumb, then you're gone. Like, you're dead. By the way, Facebook, this is what you have to look forward to. I will kill you. You got to clean it up. Got to clean it up. That's the truth. If you are too dumb to be able to say and understand basic situations, you're finished. You're finished. Nice picks this week. All right, that guy's going to be dead too. You have to respect the picks. Here's the deal. You know what I need to do? I need a commenter. I'm making so much money now. I need the Periscope to allow me to hire a destroyer of the commenters. I'm going to just hire somebody who's going to come through the comments like Brienne of fucking Tarth. So you watch Game of Thrones, I'm going to get some motherfucker with a big sword and just come right in here and start killing people. Need to hire somebody. That might be a 2018 goal. Might be a 2018 goal. What's your net worth? I'm worth 8 figures? I've moved beyond 7 figures to 8 figures. Goal one day would be 9 figures, but I'm an 8-figure guy. I'm an 8-figure guy now. That's a good net worth for a guy who didn't have any money to start with. Need a helicopter dick commenter. Geno Smith's better. That's so dumb that it is, no doubt at all. All right. Other thoughts. Any other thoughts? Here's the other thing. In addition to stupid mental errors, the fact that I would be able to make that play that Marcus Williams didn't make, here's the other question I've got for you. I have consistently asked this question. How are coaches spending all this time prepping for games and not able to make basic decisions on the sideline? This has been an issue for me for a long time, okay? This has been an issue for me for a long time. How does Mike Tomlin not know to kick the ball off deep with 2:18 on the clock, a 7-point deficit, 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning? How does Mike Mularkey, who I'm going to take it a little bit easy on because he's finally fucking fired, how does Mike Mularkey take a timeout late in the half and then run the ball after the timeout? You don't have any time left. You're immediately going to have to get up and spike the football. I don't even understand what he could possibly be thinking. Okay? But let's go to Mike Tomlin first. Mike Tomlin, roughly 10% of the time do you get an onside kick. The only reason to onside kick is if you don't have the ability to stop the clock otherwise and you can't get the ball back. That's the only time you should ever onside kick, unless you're doing like a strategic onside kick where you're trying to catch somebody unaware, okay? Otherwise, it makes no sense. In that scenario, you kick the ball off deep, and then you know that they are going to run Leonard Fournette 3 straight times, and then you're going to get the ball coming the opposite direction. It makes no sense. Once you onside kick it, in addition to the fact that your team was offsides, they are in field goal range. They're kicking off from the 30 in the NFL, right? It's 5 yards further back than college because they tried to increase the number of times, or did they move it back up to the 35? I can't even keep track. Where do they kick it up? Where do they kick off from now in the NFL? Is it the 35 or the 30? Because they moved it back to the 30, then they moved it back to the 35. Did they move it back forward? Okay, so they're kicking off from the 35. You know you have to kick it at least 10 yards, right? You know you have to kick it at least 10 yards. So at absolute best, they're going to get the ball at the 45. They run it 9 yards, and they're effectively in field goal range. Now, maybe you think they're not going to try a 51-yard field goal, but it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid on every level. You knew they weren't going to drop Blake Bortles back to throw the football. It bothers me on every stretch of the imagination. They were in position to kick a field goal as soon as you onside kicked it. It makes no sense. And moreover, if you don't recover it, which is a 90% chance, even if you stop them and they don't kick a field goal, they're going to pin you inside the 10. If you kick it deep and you stop them, let's say at the 20 or the 25, you're going to get the ball back around the 30 with about minute 50 left. Here's the other thing. He should have taken his timeouts immediately. I don't get this letting it run all the way down to the 2-minute warning either. You save yourself 10 seconds, that would have mattered. It's just a totally absurd coaching decision. And it's impossible to defend, and it drives me insane how bad the coaching decisions are. Same thing with Sean Payton on the sideline. What are you thinking taking a timeout to challenge that pass when it's been aired on television like 10 times? How do you fail there? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. It's nonsensical. And there would have been 11 seconds at the end instead of 1, right? Instead of scoring with 1 second left, which effectively ends the game, then all you have to do is take your timeouts. Then there's 11 seconds left. You try that onside kick. Let's say you recover it when you have to go onside kick. Then you can throw it down for one play towards the sideline, either try to set up a field goal to tie it, or you let big horse balls Ben Roethlisberger grab the ball and fling it like 95 yards in the air into the end zone. The way Jacksonville was covering deep balls all day, I feel like there's a good chance they would have caught it. Now, let me circle around here for a minute. The Patriots have won the Super Bowl. The Patriots have won the Super Bowl. All you mosquito dick fans out there of the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars, you guys are mosquito dick losers running around thinking you're going to fuck your way to the Super Bowl with Case Keanum and Blake Bortles and Nick Foles. Get the fuck out of here. You are not beating Tom Brady's helicopter dick, and you are not beating Bill Belichick's aircraft carrier dick, all right? You are going to get fucked harder than the guy in Deliverance, all right? You're all going to squeal like a bunch of pigs. You guys are done, all right? Get the fuck out of here with your Nick Foles takes and your Case Keenum takes and your Blake Bortles takes. You are going to get made to squeal like a pig in the end of Deliverance, all right? Bill Belichick is going to give it to you so hard that everybody else out there is going to say, oh my God, why did we ever go on this rafting trip? Why did we go to the AFC Championship game? Why did we ever go to the Super Bowl? It's going to be fucking Deliverance style beatings out here, all right? Period. Make you squeal like pigs. Stop with your Blake Bortles trash talk, your Nick Foles trash talk, and your Case Keanum trash talk. Case Keanum was out there throwing up lollipops. He's lucky that anything happened to him. He almost gave away that game. The only way the Super Bowl could have been entertaining is if the Saints hadn't choked, if the Saints had put me into uniform at the end of that game, replaced Marcus Williams, and they'd said, Clay Travis, just don't let the Vikings score. I would have made that tackle. I would have made that tackle, period. No way, no how. Stephon Diggs is scoring on me when he's up in the air. I'm waiting for him. Boom, crippling him down, taking him to the ground. And if I don't get him down, I'm at least hanging on. I'm hanging on like Jeff Van Gundy during the brawl between the Heat and the Knicks back in the day. I'm just letting him drag me around like a rag doll. I'm hanging on to a leg until my other guys get there and make the tackle, and we gang tackle him, and the clock runs out. And then, you know what I would request as praise? Nothing. Because I'm not a guy who draws attention to himself. I'm not a guy who tries to say, look at me, hey, I'm over here. I'm just a simple guy. Go wallflower, stand in the shadows. I'd just be happy to have done something great for the city of New Orleans, to thank them for all the boobs I've seen over the years on their streets. That's all I would ask for. I would just say, you know what? Let me be on a great Mardi Gras float. Let me come out and see as many boobs as I can today. That's all I ask for. I love you, New Orleans. We both love boobs. We both like alcohol. I love the beignets. I love everything about New Orleans. That's all I would say. Wouldn't even ask for anything else. Wouldn't ask for a Super Bowl ring. Wouldn't ask for any of that. All I would ask, humble guy, not the kind of guy who draws attention to himself, not a braggart, not a look at me kind of guy, would just go right back and say, hey, just show me some boobs. That's all I would ask for. That's all I would ask for. And I don't know of anybody that's more humble than me, frankly. I'm the humblest man you can find. In all honesty, I don't seek attention, limelight, none of it. Just a simple just a simple 8 figures guy. Just an 8 figures guy who's trying to one day be a 9 figures guy. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing for you. Get to 10 million, hope to get to 100 million one day. That's all I'm doing. Just grinding away. Got to 10, trying to get to 100. Well, this is like this humble guy. That's all I do. I didn't lose any money. That would have been the worst beat of all time. The line was 5. That's the only game I didn't lose money on this weekend. The line was 5. Can you imagine if they had kicked that extra point? How brutal that would have been. Or if the Saints had not come back out of the locker room. And by the way, how about the Saints having to come back out of the locker room? That might be the most awkward all-time scene there. I don't think I would have come back out of the locker room. That's one of the worst rules ever. So what if the Saints had refused to come back out and they had just run a play for the 2-point conversion to cover? Would have been the worst beat ever. It would never have been a worse beat than that situation. I'm telling you right now, it would have been the worst beat of all time. If you had Saints +4, you got a bad number. I had Saints +5. I feel like the push, the most crazy ending of all time. If you had the Saints money line too, Marcus Williams should have to pay all of your losses. I don't think there's any doubt. That was the truth. The punter with the broke rib come out and played. I didn't even see that. So that is wild. 5.5. DBAP stands for don't be a pussy. All right. Couple of questions from you guys. I like the hire of Kevin Sumlin at Arizona. I think he will do well. There's good talent on that Arizona team. He's recruited outstandingly, including well in the state of Arizona. He's got some of the best players outside the state of Arizona. So I think he will do well there. I'd encourage you guys to go check out OddsShark. I'm telling you right now, my gambling picks are already in. Patriots by double digits and Vikings by double digits. It's over. Patriots, Vikings, Super Bowl. Patriots win the Super Bowl by double digits. No need to watch the last 3 games of the year. Boom. I just told you exactly what's going to happen. Congratulations to the New England Patriots on their 6th Super Bowl title. And I am in love with all of you. Up, except for some of you cunts out here who are arguing on behalf of Blake Bortles. Just so you know, all week, if you come in here and you try to argue in favor of Case Keanum, Blake Bortles, or Nick Foles, you are blocked. You are blocked and you will no longer be allowed to comment. I don't care. I'm not going to respond to you. You will have to create a new Periscope account or a new Twitter account. That is the truth. All right? Period. Be aware. Clay Kyle has got the gun locked and loaded, and I am going to kill you all if you make bad arguments. All right. Too bad for the Saints I wasn't playing safety. My name is Clay Travis. I would have made that tackle. Congratulations to Titans fans. You won the battle and the war. Mike Mularkey's out. Go get Josh McDaniels. I love all of you. Don't be pussies and don't comment like pussies, because if you do, you'll never be allowed to comment again. That's pretty good. Murder was the case that Keanum. That's not bad. I'll allow that. If you make me laugh, that's obviously all good. Thank you to everybody out there. I'm Clay Travis. Share the show. Mike Mularkey's out. OddsShark is the presenting sponsor. Go get a new mortgage at The Home Loan Expert. And, somebody just said Bortles. Peace out. He's gone. All right, see you guys. Bortles is God. Bortles is God's going to get blocked. You guys love this? Dead. Murdered. Murder was the case that they gave me. A lot of you got killed today. I'll see you guys. Foles, gone. Dead. I'll see you guys. Love you. Bye.